Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. In this video today, we're going to be discussing expat tax issues, especially with respect to so-called quote-unquote digital nomads. For those who are watching this video who have no idea what I'm talking about, this video probably doesn't pertain to you. But for those who are watching this video, you know exactly what I mean when I say digital nomad. Basically, I'm talking about folks who have either a business or a job that occurs primarily online, which allows them to basically travel rather frequently, and as a result, you know, they're very mobile. But with respect to the United States and the tax system of the United States, that mobility doesn't change anything with respect to one's U.S. tax liability. What are we talking about here? Well, American citizens are liable for tax on their worldwide income, and actually from their worldwide accrued revenue on their person. So, you know, interest and unearned or earned interest, whatever you want to call it, capital gains, etc. You're stuck with tax liability on all of these things, or at least you need to deal with things like disclosure and things, even if you don't have tax liability. As I won't go so far as to say the U.S. tax system is onerous. I would simply say that it is rather meticulous in the information that it wants regarding its tax-paying citizens. So digital nomads, again, we're talking about folks who primarily seem to work online and basically live abroad, live outside the United States. Expat taxes can be a real issue. And I'm not going to get into specifics of how this stuff is going to work. I can say that I have dealt with folks of various stripes in sort of the digital nomad sphere, and various types of structures can be created whereby those individuals can mitigate their personal tax liability, or they can something can be set up in such a way where the disclosure requirements are rather less difficult to undertake compared to just letting things go sort of willy-nilly. There are many, many different types of strategies which can be undertaken, things like even certain offshore, onshore company formations, company formation in the United States, in order to sort of deal with, sort of act as like a funnel for bringing in various revenues or something like this, can be affected in such a way that essentially limits one's, I guess you could say, disclosure requirements, while at the same time mitigating one's tax liability, especially for those who live outside the United States for long enough to be able to enjoy things like the foreign earned income exclusion, aka the FEIE, things like this. These type of things, there are various structures that can be created and maintained by competent professionals that can essentially create tax efficiency for an individual who's operating as sort of a digital nomad. And I think, in my opinion, this provides peace of mind to the individual who lives abroad, because they just simply sort of front load dealing with all of that stuff, so you just don't have to deal with it in the future. Or maybe not deal with it, but make it easy on yourself to deal with it in future occasions. So, you set up a corporation. I'm just speaking off the top of my head here. You set up a corporation, and then you make sure everything adheres to the relevant laws, and you just sort of never deal with it again. You deal with it once, and then you just maintain your compliance, sort of. It's again, you're front loading a lot of activity in order to have a rather simple compliance regime moving forward. And I think for digital nomads, especially for digital nomads who are high earning individuals abroad, and there are quite a few of you, I know you're out there, even high net worth individuals, this is especially the case in the area of the cryptocurrency boom, the Bitcoin boom, etc. These individuals have serious issues pertaining to U.S. tax that need to be maybe not rectified, but need to be addressed in order to set oneself up optimally for not only doing business, but maintaining tax compliance into the future.